¿Qué tal, estudiantes? How's it going, students? This video will cover speaking strategies and writing strategies in Spanish to help you with speaking and writing both in this class and beyond. So the estrategias, or strategies for speaking. Number one, know that it's perfectly normal to be anxious and nervous about speaking a new language. That's totally normal, and it's okay if you have a silent period, a time in which you don't speak the language while learning it, and that silent period might last the entire class. So know that it's okay if you don't feel comfortable speaking. You can do the assignments in writing, including the presentation. So it's kind of like meeting you where you're at with the language. It's okay and totally normal if you're super anxious and it's hard for you to start speaking even throughout the entire 7 weeks of this class. But do your best in the Spanish language. And number two, try to relax and kind of embrace that awkwardness of making mistakes, mispronunciations, and misunderstandings. Don't try to be perfect because you'll always get stuck and kind of block yourself from becoming fluent. So it's great to just relax and make mistakes. That's how you learn. Listen closely to Spanish conversations. Probably one of the best ways to improve your speaking is to be a good listener. So watch TV shows, listen to music, watch videos, and pay attention to the interactions, the body language, and the phrases that people commonly use. Number four is make a list of vocabulary words, as always. So make a list of words, greetings, phrases, and language chunks related to the topics that you're learning about or you want to later speak or write about. Number five, practice speaking with real people as much as possible. Put yourself out of your comfort zone and get out there to meet some Spanish speakers in your community. Every community in the United States is filled with Spanish speakers and opportunities for speaking the language once you really start looking for these opportunities. Number six, keep it simple at first. It's okay. You don't have to translate all of your complicated ideas in English or your first language into Spanish at first. It's okay to use short words and phrases. Just kind of know what you already know and use what you know. Later, you can try out longer, complex sentences, and it's okay to mix the languages too. Spanglish is just fine. It's a wonderful language and a very useful language. Number eight, imagine yourself speaking in Spanish conversations before you have them. You can prepare like dialogues and scripts, right? Almost like write a play of I'll say this and then they'll say that and I'll say this, and that can help you prepare for conversations that you might have. You can also do like role playing and kind of play with the language in that way through this visualization or imagining yourself in those situations. Number nine, use AI tools to practice written conversations. You can actually ask an AI bot like ChatGPT to be your Spanish tutor and converse with you on a variety of topics. You can ask the technology to chat with you, and you can practice the language. Number 10, have fun, be silly, and play with the language through games, rhymes, and songs. Don't be shy about kind of entering your childlike mind to learn like a kid or to learn like how children learn languages. And children are some of the best language learners. Next up are the writing strategies in Spanish, and these are very similar to the speaking strategies. One way to get way better at writing in Spanish is to read in Spanish and to read like a writer. One of the best ways to improve your writing is simply reading. Number two, use a writing process just as you would in English writing. Take time to plan, write rough drafts, get feedback on your writing if possible, and then you revise and edit, put on the final touches later. You can also use technology to help you with those editing processes. Number three, use the words you know to keep your messages simple at first. Just like in speaking, just focus on what you know. Don't try to make it too complex at first. You can still convey complex ideas and thoughts through simple language structures and simple words that you already know. Number four, when translating your writing, avoid translating entire paragraphs, like entire blocks of text. Maybe translate short phrases at a time when you get stuck with writing, and use AI and technology to translate, revise, and proofread, as it is needed. And make sure that you can also ask the AI bots or find the information to explain the mechanics or the writing norms or the suggestions that the language is giving you, or that are in the language, I should say. And number five, keep a journal in Spanish. Practice writing every day. This is one of the best ways to get better at writing. It's simply writing. And these are the strategies. Ciao.